Hey there, Dale.
Hey, how you doing?
I cannot complain. It is Tuesday and it is Fair Week.
Yes, and it doesn't feel like Fair Week because it's not very hot,
No, and let's keep it that way. I'd prefer it that way.
right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. If you see us, say hi. We'll get you a little fan. And if we don't see you there, well, at least hopefully we'll see you at our next level credit seminar. This is going to be Tuesday, August 26th, 5 o'clock p.m. It is open to anyone. I mean, first thought is first-time home buyers, people that want to buy a house, but maybe they have credit challenges. But this might be for a kid that just graduated high school and they're looking to buy their first car. This might be someone who has a lot of credit card debt and just doesn't know where to start and tackle these kinds of things. This is literally informational. Bring anyone you want. You might even use this if you're a realtor and just have some of these strategies in your back pocket to talk about with some clients. Either way, we would love to see you there. We'd love if you bring a friend. RSVP now, Tuesday, August 26th, right at Homestead Mortgage, Main Street, Jackson. We hope to see you there. Dale, interest rates, they're flying all over the place, aren't they?
Well, not really. They've come down a little bit. And when we say a little bit, we really mean a little bit. But if you look at the past 6 months, we're between 6.5 and 7. And, for as much volatility that the market has created, interest rates have remained incredibly stable for that purpose. So, 6.5 to 7, while we don't like it, while we'd like them to be lower, I think the stability is going to help bring people into the market because at least they know they can count on something. And that's, part of the battle.
Right. We'll talk about this a little bit more, but in anticipation of the Fed meeting tomorrow, the 30th, we are seeing the 15-year did have quite a steep drop off compared to the 30-year, and the gap is widening. We've talked about this a lot. It's a little bit of a bellwether. Hopefully this is a sign of where the markets want to head. And speaking of the markets wanting to head, we have a good bump today. It's a decent sized bump, 24 points up. Green and up is good. Red and down is bad. Hopefully this continues a trend. And Dale, if my memory serves me correctly, we're very close to entering one of the best rate environments for 2025.
Yes, we are. In fact, the last time rates were this good was back at the end of June. And then before that, it was, April and May. So things seem to start at least leveling out. I'd like to think rates aren't going to go up anytime soon. I obviously want them to go down, but things are starting to normalize, for lack of a better word.
Well, and let's take a look at some of the changes about those normalizations. You mentioned you don't think there's going to be any chance they raise rates. I definitely agree. And I get most of my news, Dale, not from reputable sources, not from experts and economists. I go to the betting markets and I just see where are people putting their money. And 98% of people are saying that there is no chance of change from the Fed meeting on Wednesday, July 30th. I agree with it. I think that nothing really is going to change. There is a 0% chance that people are betting that they're going to raise rates. So that's really good news. And there's a 2% chance they might drop 25 bips. But honestly, the remarks that they give from this meeting are going to direct the outlook. If they say, wow, we're losing a hold of inflation, jobs are too good, wages are too good, people are spending too much money, we're going to look at raising come September, then, everything's going to change. But if they come back and say we're making meaningful progress on inflation and other things, we might start to see a little bit of relief in the market because truth be told, we are at the exact same interest rates we were a year ago, except we did have 2 interest rate cuts between now and then. So There's a little bit of a margin to play with. So Dale, I want to ask you on this. I read a headline that month-over-month values for home appreciation is technically down, and then in the fine print, when seasonally adjusted. Can you tell me what that means?
Well, the real answer to that is the government reporting system is so far out of whack, it's not even funny.
Okay.
Any time you get a government report on something, it's at best a week old and at worst a quarter old. So what's happening is you get this information, but it's not from today's numbers. It's from information a week ago, a month ago, a quarter ago. So the seasonally adjusted part is real simple. Think about it this way. How many homes sell between September and April in snow country? Probably not all that many.
Right.
How many sell between April and September in snow country? It's a much busier time. So they do seasonally adjust these numbers and try to take in account various matrices and indices that they have. But the bottom line is houses are still going up.
Right. And it is a marginal increase. When you take out the seasonal adjustment, they're still technically on the rise. So homes are a good investment. Don't take that away as like, oh my gosh, appreciation is crashing. I got to sell my house before it's gone. It's like, no, appreciation is still on the rise. Seasonally adjusted month over month figures, we're technically down. And that's a funny way to measure it.
And the one thing to remember, the value of your home only matters when you're selling it or you're getting a loan. That's
Correct.
it.
Correct. Otherwise, close the news, live your life. Jobs. Large job opening decrease for the month of May, like a significant over 100,000 job decrease from what was expected. This doesn't have an immediate effect on the economy, but the idea is that, okay, we might be hitting a limit on jobs, and if there's a limit on jobs, then we might see some signs of recession. So this could be an indicator that, hey, interest rates might need to come down a little bit to accommodate for that. But until we see June and maybe even July data, I doubt it's going to provide us a really big insight on stuff. And that's one contributor why the market's doing well today. Dale, inflation. This is a fun one because this just changed yesterday. So if we did the video yesterday, we would be wrong. But tariff deals are being made. The deadline is August 1st. But there's a big but in there. What is it?
When we have to go back a page, right? We're talking about the market seems to be stabilizing. Things start to be certain. Well, right now, there is nothing certain about tariffs. There is nothing certain about how they're really bottom line going to affect everything. August 1st is our new artificial deadline. I think it's the second or third artificial deadline we've had. So the reality is, until push comes to shove, I think it's anybody's guess how these tariffs are going to affect inflation.
Right. And we have seen tariffs implemented since April. They have put a little bit of a strain on the inflation market. That is for sure. There is no doubt there. The deadline was August 1st. A lot of countries, even the European Union, has come in and made a deal with the United States. But the big issue is the Russia-Ukraine wild card. And if you haven't heard, Trump made an ultimatum basically saying, you, Russia, need to come and negotiate with Ukraine in the next 12 days, or we're going to issue sanctions against your country. And not just your country, Russia, but we're going to issue secondary sanctions, aka tariffs, on any of your trade partners. Now, this is an issue because China is currently negotiating a trade deal. India has finished negotiating a trade deal with the United States. And now Trump is threatening tariffs on those countries and many others because they do business with Russia. So this deadline, August 1st, might be dead in the water. All right. Well, Dale, thank you so much. Hope to see you guys at Fair this week. Glad to help you with any questions you have. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye now.